All right, all right. How's everyone going?
Good, thank you.
Awesome.
Awesome. All right, from Monday to today. So, who's he want to share what kind of breakthrough you guys have had or been having since Monday call about your soulmate? Anyone?
I've got several.
Go on.
Sorry, what did you say, Anna?
I said nothing. I'm sorry. I apologize. Just waiting for you to speak. I'm just going to put myself on mute.
Oh, no, that's okay. I was just going to say, like, I don't know that I've had any great revelations about a soulmate, but I have had revelations about me and my inner soul. So there's a whatever. And I went for a bike ride yesterday, 30K bike ride, of which by the time I got to the gate, because I managed to get away from the dog, I was like so excited and so joyful. And I got on my bike and I was riding away going like, oh my God, this is amazing. And look at Mother Nature. Everything's green, everything's blue, everything's wonderful.
Beautiful.
And then I decided that perhaps I'd like to, I was starting to think some stuff, and I was thinking, perhaps I just need to get this down on paper. And I can't write while you're riding. That's a bit difficult. So I got my phone out, put it on record. And so I talked to myself for about 15, 20 Ks, and I have this whole spiel on my recorder, which I'm going to type up either tonight and tomorrow to look at it. And it just spewed out. All this stuff just spewed out. And it was just like cathartic. I felt so much lighter. I was in Mother Nature at the same time. It was just so joyful. And I just went, yep, this is a good day. So not about my soulmate, but certainly I feel a need to empty lots of things that are coming up and that have been sort of bubbling out about all sorts of things from my past and maybe even from previous lives, I don't know. And then, I feel a lot freer. So I feel empty of that shit, so more room for other stuff to come in, So I feel more balanced. I did a meditation with my group in Adelaide last night, and at the end of it, I just felt, remember old-fashioned typewriters when you press the lever and the whole thing slid back to the other side so you could start typing the next sentence. My mind went like that. It was like that typewriter. I visualized that, and my mind went back over to here to start again. I'm going, oh my God, we're at another beginning. Isn't that wonderful?
So it is wonderful.
That's good.
Okay, beautiful. So, question for you. Are you ready for your soulmate to appear after this breakthrough?
Catherine, I thought that I was ready for this soulmate to appear 2 years ago, but the last couple of weeks I've been thinking, well, am I really? And I did mention this the other day, that I'm not so sure that I am. And I think that some of this clearing is helping with that. So can I answer that question honestly? No, I don't think I can answer that honestly, but I think that is coming. I think that the answer to that question is abounding. So what's this space?
Beautiful, Denise. And I love to hear this, that no fucking way that I'm ready now, but the work that I've been doing on myself, I recognize I'm not 100% ready.
Yeah.
Even when you're perfect, man, there's still shit that we're hitting the fence ourselves. How could our man 100% loving us? Because we are the ones who confuse them. 1 minute. Yes, I'm going to do it. Are you okay, darling? Yes. But in fact, your tone is like, no fucking way that I'm okay. But when you are not honest, how could all these men, you know how dumb they are? They're tunnel vision. Yes, do this. Oh, okay. But can't you see the cup along the way to pick up to the kitchen? Huh? You asked me to do one thing and now you expect me to do a second thing? You know how dumb they are.
I know. Yeah, I know.
Okay,
It's
identify with me,
crazy.
right? And then I said, Calvin, pick up my phone. I'll say, by the way, pick up the cup. Hey, no, darling, you want me to pick up the phone, but you want me to pick a second thing? We all can do that, right, women? You can pick up the first with your head on top of it, but the man is like, you ask him to do what? Okay, do that first, darling. Okay, thank you. Appreciate you. Now, may I ask, you do the second time? What? I got more thing to do. Who can identify with me? Even my husband is so good with like, I'll do things for you, but please don't like multitask me. Sorry, I'm laughing. That's my work that I need to do. Yes, my brain goes so fast. But I love it, Denise. Be honest with ourselves. That is. Go on.
Yeah, there's also this spiritual change happening. March the 22nd is a big spiritual change that's happening, focused in Australia, if you look at and check out the spiritual world. So it's all about change, and this is what's happening, and I can feel that energy coming, and so much change is happening like on a daily basis, and I just feel that need to move through that. So maybe by the time I move through that and I get on that cruise boat on the 3rd of April, he'll be standing there at the gateway. So there you go. Maybe, I don't know.
You never know, isn't it?
Oh, you never know.
Never know. The next full moon. The next full moon, in fact, is actually March. The 7th.
Yeah, is it? Yeah, I was going to say it must be soonish, 7th, and then there must be
Easter.
one. Yeah, at the end of the cruise that I'm on when we're in Perth.
Oh,
We land in Perth on the 8th.
But beautiful share. All give Denise a love again, and a love.
Really proud of you. Really proud of you, Denise. If you could listen, I want to know if you've gone back to your recordings 2 or 3 weeks ago and listen to yourself then to what you sound now. You sound amazing.
I could.
You sound amazing, honey. You've got more clarity, which is fantastic.
Oh, yes, I did have a bit of a, rug pulled out from under my legs, so to speak, 2 or 3 weeks ago. So, yeah.
But they're very nice legs.
Yes, well, thank you very much. Did you see them? Do you want to really see them?
I love you. Yes, remind because when Denise first joined the soul journey, it's like, oh, I don't think you can do anything for me, Catherine. Oh, I already got my group. Oh, I'm already doing my work. It's not having a go at you, Denise, but because we all think that, what are you talking about? I'm doing it already, Catherine. Do I really need you, or do I really need your group? I said, come in and have a feel about it. Okay. Because intellectually,
we're not that bad, are we?
No, you're not. And it's interesting from my perspective that with everything I'm doing, it's the Sarah Lee syndrome, and I'm a great fan of the dear Sarah Lee. Layer upon layer upon layer upon layer, and that's what's happening to me. And I find that is very pertinent for me. And as you've said, Catherine, you have that same Sarah Lee syndrome with having some different life coaches or business coaches as well. It does make a difference if not having mono sort of outlet information flow when you can have it in 2 or 3 different places. And I think it does make a big difference. And this is definitely part of that Sarah Lee syndrome for me. And got some flaky pastry happening. It's really great.
So you see more things that are aligned for you right now. And
yeah, I see what's not aligned, what is aligned more clearly, and a pathway to take. And it's good. And I'm sort of kind of back to my I don't give a shit what other people are saying sort of thing, which is really good. Anyway.
Very proud of you. And you are
Thank you.
Good. All right. Again, go on to the chat, click on the link about your Facebook. Bye, Evie.
See you guys.
Bye. Bye, Evie.
Link and click on. And let's celebrate each other wins. Basically, go back to the Facebook group, to the elites, and that's where you your post for today. How are we doing?
I don't know what else I wrote before.
It's okay.
Oh, maybe it might be my diary, a good place to look.
See, like sometimes it is even this week wins is a challenge for us to remember. So we must do it on a daily basis. Oh, good. Well done, Anna. And Emery,
Yes. See?
A. And Denise.
This is good.
Denise
This one.
Wow, 90.7%. Are you kidding me? Well done.
Well done. Yep, good.
Great job.
Well
All
done,
right,
honey.
cool. Now, Denise share about her
Revelation.
about the soulmate, because we have to be honest with ourselves. Okay. Yes, Anna, you complete me when I blah, blah, blah. Yep, that's the word.
I love it that you're okay and you accept that somebody can say and correct you. It's not anything other than just helping. That's all. That's good.
It's good because we all need help. Because what I know is anything more than 3 syllables in English is like fuck it. Or when I know the word and then already gone past that, then I can't say it because it's past. And that's me.
Have you noticed we don't correct you when you do that, though?
At least we know
We
what
don't
I'm
go back because we've learned your lingo.
Get used to it. You're drawn to a Chinese, so you're going to speak Mandarin eventually, which you can't really speak properly anyway.
It's all right.
Our kids can.
Can the oranges speak Mandarin? Let's check it.
Put him in a fruit bowl. It's the same thing. It's fruit salad. Same.
Fruit salad. Same. I can hear your mother saying that.
You said that Hungarian same.
Same. Yep, that's it.
Same.
I love you guys. Doesn't orange just speak Mandarin? I have to teach Alex so he can say to his Mandarin teacher because he doesn't like her.
Did not mention my name.
Oh, no need. And he will say, my mother said oranges doesn't speak Mandarin, so I'm the oranges. How the teacher will fall off the chair and they said, Mrs. Kwa, I need to have a word with you. It's like, what? Please do not teach us on this. I said, not me. My client, do you want to speak to her?
Here's her number.
Oh, yeah. She's in Darwin. Would you like to go and see her? Okay, sorry. As long as we're having fun, right?
That's all that
We're
matters.
having fun.
Okay. Now, it's not that I hear from Denise enough, but like I love that breakthrough about we need to continue to do work on ourselves. Even though for me to have a partner, you can tell that I love Calvin 100%, but there are things that we're peeling ourselves off, isn't it? Now probably we need to peel the orange skin instead of the onion, but it's only one skin to peel. There's so many ways.
Then you have to get through the pith.
You have to segment it.
And then get rid of that string in the middle of it and the seeds.
We are talking about
oranges.
Mandarin now, aren't we? I'm sorry. Just keep going.
Oranges. We're talking about oranges now. Or mandarins, yes.
Okay. Now, for all of us, not just Denise, but for all of us, in order to get ourselves ready for our soulmate. Okay, whether we have partner, we have husband, we have partner to be. What is one thing that we all could do to be that perfect partner for your soulmate?
Love
yourself.
Love yourself.
Absolutely.
Okay. Get
perfect self.
Your perfect self. But each of you, I would like to invite you to think of one thing that you could work on in the next 7 days in order to get to the position of that perfect soulmate, your soulmate to be arrived, or for your current partner, specifically that, the man that you live with, or your husband, your boyfriend, for you to think about, for you to be that perfect
Well, I think that one comment, I get two groups of comments from men. One of them is that I'm awesome and amazing and special. They don't hang around. And the other one is that those that have got the balls to say so, say I'm a little bit of a control freak.
Oh, surprise.
Who's not
I
controlling
was.
here? Who's not
I
controlling
was surprised.
here? Look at Anne-Marie's like, don't look at me. Don't look at me. And how do you don't look at me?
You know, I don't understand the importance of being perfect. It's about our imperfections that make us perfect. We're different. We're unique. Each of us have something about us that makes us different. You know, there's nothing perfect in the world except for the, you know, for the light and what you believe in the source. It's just whatever you want to say. But it's the imperfections. I don't look for the perfect look. What I look for is the love, the care, the way someone holds me, the way someone talks to me, the way that someone behaves with me. They get my utter attention, right? The minute they lose eye contact is the minute I turn around and go, fuck off, right? Because they're not talking to me, they're talking to the wall, they're talking to, you know, it starts from that. I don't know. It's just, yeah. How can I be perfect? Well, I'm trying to listen more and not be as what's the word? I emasculate men. That's what I was told. I emasculate men because I don't need them. I choose to be with them. They forget that. I choose to be with them, but I don't need them.
Yeah, I get told that as well.
Yeah, because we're strong women. I'm surprised Catherine got married. She probably turned around and said to Calvin, marry me because I'm the only woman that's ever going to love you the way you are.
Yes.
And he probably did. There you go.
His knees were probably knocking at the time. Too scared not to. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm only stirring. You know what I mean? It's
No, I don't think you are stirring. I think there's a lot of truth in what you're saying. You know,
I listen to the way they speak, Denise. I'm listening. I'm learning to listen more with you beautiful souls. And I'm seeing beyond. Yes. I see beyond the hurt. I see the beauty. I see the shine. I see what's to come. But when I look at and listen to a man talk to me or at me or to me, there's only a handful of men that I can honestly say are worthy that I have met.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
So, but I am open to love and I am open to the man that's coming, and I know he's coming. It's just he's not coming until I'm actually ready, and I'm not ready.
Why are you not ready, Anna?
Why am I not ready? Because there's a lot of things a lot of things to do for myself. A lot of things that I know are coming. It's not about controlling what I'm doing. That's what I've been told. I've got a lot to do. He will come. That's all I get. He will come. So I'll wait for that.
When it is the right timing, because
that's correct. That's right. It's all about timing. And if the algorithm of the universe, I suppose, and divine and God, I have a job.
Yes.
I have a work to do, like we all do.
Yes.
Not just in ourselves, but with each other.
Okay.
I have.
Yeah. Again, Anna is like, Anna is so capable. Why is she not ready for a man? Very openly, Anna will know what I have said to her. Is the masculine and the feminine energy. She will bring out the very beautiful feminine energy, but it is a very hard work for her to bring that out, right, Anna? She often been whipped by me. Is like, all right. So is the awareness of all of us. It's not that when we're two capable men are scared. With my own journey, I can tell you that Anna knows that I have a friend who is an airline pilot, and she said, fuck, he loves you. I said, yeah, now he's dating a 35 years old Chinese national. We're good friends. Not meant to be, not meant to be. Hint, I also have a bush ranger guy very interested in me. But he did not have the backbone to ask me out. nor acknowledge that he was an admirer. But all the people around him knew that he was interested. But he did not have the guts. Or he was too scared that I'm so strong. Or he was too scared. I'm shining over him. And I have boys. I call them boys because you're so pretty and capable, Catherine. I said, yeah, okay. So what kind of woman you after? Maybe someone like you. I said, okay. So why are you calling me every night? Even now, this man who's married, when I see him, because his wife, we are actually in the inner circle in the sense that we catch up, and the wife and I get along so well, he could not look me into my eye.
Yeah. Ah.
So Calvin, and I said, I told Calvin to marry me. No, Calvin actually asked me to court him. He's the only man there to ask, could I court you? For those who are not used to this term, for Christian is, yes, you guys can date, but when you are dating, your ultimate final destination is to get married. All right, but it's not every man you call court. The courting period is you need to get to know one another to see whether this is really what your calling would be. Because getting married, because a lot of Australian Christians, so-called, they got married in early 20s because they can't wait to have sex because you can't have sex before you get married. But then how many of them? That's what they taught in the Pentecostal churches. But I can tell you 95% of the Christian actually will have sexual behavior before they get married. Right? So they just lie to themselves. But then when they obviously, I got the license to have sex, they fuck it up because they don't realize how much you need to get work. All right. Yeah. So my journey is Calvin is the first man who dare to say, could I court you, Catherine? And I'm sure you guys heard this story before. We have a lot of mutual friends. How many of our friends actually fears for Calvin's life when he asked Catherine out? My own mentor, my mentor who started mentoring me in the mid-90s, he has nothing to hide from me. He said, when I first heard Calvin asking you out, I was a bit worried for Calvin. My own mentor who knows me well.
Because you know what you want, Catherine. You know what you know where you stand in this universe, in this world.
Yeah. It's
very hard for men to grasp that. It really is, because they don't know where they are in most cases. But he knows where he's
himself. Yeah. But when my mentor see how we have progressed, he was surprised how much we have spoke about, not just about finances, but our wants, how we're going to deal with our parents and things like that. Because Calvin, who is the man, he was in his 30s when I met him. This is a 30-something-year-old man, single. But every second weekend, he took his grandmother out for lunch before they go to church. But it is not just the duty. He will make sure his grandmother get what she wants. Her favorite restaurant, where she wants to get her stuff. He will patiently do that. So how much love this man has, not just for the wife to be, but a grandmother, probably so-called the expiry day. But he's
a gentle soul, honey. He's really loving. Yeah, that's unusual.
For us, watch how your hospitable partner treat his mother, sister, even girlfriend, or any other younger people with them. Then you know how he is going to treat you when you say, yes, I'll be your girlfriend, I'll be your boyfriend, I'll be your wife. Does that make sense? So you need to watch them. So the fact is, but what took so long is not that took Calvin so long. It's actually took Catherine so long to get ready, because I have 4 degrees. I'm fucking powerful, I'm fucking highly successful. So who would the man that I will marry? I thought I will marry this CEO, powerful man. But what could happen to me then if I marry to this highly successful, powerful man out there, got their name and famous? What could happen?
You're drowned out.
I would not be allowed to be myself. I could be the trophy wife to stand behind him, to support him. Every successful man have a woman behind them. Is that me?
Okay. Yeah.
So the question is, how would you prepare yourself? Whether you're married or not married yet, how would you prepare yourself to be that perfect soulmate for your soulmate? For one of my business coaches actually said to me, how secure Calvin is that he sat through 2 days of business coaching, the intense work that my coach worked with me. Because I thought I'll marry someone who is very powerful. But in fact, he said, if you guys were so powerful both together, you won't last long.
No, you're right.
Are you guys thinking enough? So I'm not saying just go out to marry any man who would just say yes to you.
No,
You
for heaven's
within
sake.
second, Anna. I'm fierce for your soulmate to be arrived to.
Listen, my first husband, I thought was going to be, I was going to be the wife of a man that stood for himself, that, you know, I was very proud of him. Studying, he never finished his degree, ended up being a technician, never wanted to aspire to be a manager, was useless because everybody was bullying him in the world, and it wasn't the case. So I had to step up. You know, I became the husband and the wife. So for a very strong and powerful man, he was very weak. Then the second one, who thought I was strong and knew me for many, many years, loved the fact that I could stand my ground and that I was, you know, the way I was, but he loved me so much he didn't want to share me. Complete opposite. Like, so what do? You can't, you cannot continue to compromise. You cannot continue to turn around and go, yes, I'll adapt to you and I'll do everything just to make you happy because I love you so much. And they just ask for more. They just take more. The more you give, the more they take. There's no coming back. And I'm not saying every man's like that. My son is certainly not like that. My best mate, Steve, it's certainly not like that. I know there's hope. There's somebody out there that's going to be like that with me. Because I'll give you as much as you give me. I'll give you more, but, you know, I won't be compromising you all the time. I have to be me. I've done too much of that the last 30, 40 years, so it's done.
Mm-hmm. Yes, beautiful.
So,
Anne-Marie, what's your take so far? We will
give me some more meatballs. Hello. She's moving now.
I said that's as far as I'm gonna get with balls.
Oh, I love it.
Well, I need to work on myself first.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah, I need to work on my traumas before I even consider a soulmate. Like I had a meeting with my worker today and just talking about things. I'm not over them. I really aren't. Am not. And it's a struggle.
No.
So yeah.
You know we're here, honey.
Good.
I know.
Okay.
Okay.
Girls, understand whether it's physical, emotional, spiritual connection, because it's not having, you know, spiritually or the Bible bashing you guys. Like, you know, we are no like spring chicken anymore. Okay. When we have a physical union from a man to a woman, okay, I'm talking about even just think about the physiological creation. How perfect, right? But that is one of the most inner being, the time that is not just physically connect. It's a connection of the soul within your mind, emotion, and willpower, especially spiritually, when two became one.
Yep. When one breath is breathed and they're both breathing at the same time.
Yeah.
When one is thinking of something and the other person's saying it.
Yeah.
The other person's finishing the words.
Yes.
Absolutely know that.
Mhm.
It is amazing.
Yeah. So unfortunately, and fortunately, when we had multiple partners, not having a go with anyone, okay, when you had that connection, I mean, I'm still trying to study that, but think about the physical connection is not just physical. Think about the spiritual aspect, the soul tie. When we talk about soulmate, but when that person is not meant to be for us, there's a soul tie. Does that make sense to anyone about the soul tie? That we connect with someone that not meant to be, not being aligned. Okay, I'm not having a go at you, Anne-Marie. I hope you understand what I'm trying to explain. That is, from now
I think so.
yeah, from now on, we need to know how to protect ourselves. Even when Anna said, when we spend time, we need to protect ourselves. We're just talking about on the face value, person to person. But think about when we actually have physical and emotional and spiritual connection. That's more than just one connection. That's what I'm talking. The soul tie, yes, you might be physically connected, but it was not totally aligned. So, you know, when you put both of your hands together, you feel you connected, right? But when it wasn't really truly, think about that. If I'm even doing this, it's like, I feel like it's out of line. Okay? And you're trying to connect. But they left something behind.
Yeah, it's sort of how I feel like with Dwayne, like we had a great connection, but it's not like I feel like I'm over here and he's like all the way back here.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. Like it's not.
It's a skew.
Okay. Not that he wanted to lie or cheated on you in any way, but when
no.
Remember we talked about love as well. The agape love is the highest, then the philos, and then the eros. Okay, when we come to the eros is when we physically attract. Men see through their eyes. She's hot. They would do anything, not just saying get you in bed, but they will do anything to get your attention. They will say anything. Because us women, we love to hear, wow, you're so capable, Catherine. I don't like people call me pretty because of my past issues. But when people say, oh, you're so capable, you're so successful, I love to hear that. I say, yeah, tell me. Then they got my attention.
I must be deaf. I switch off. I just go, yeah, okay. Yeah, cool.
Look, who we are here not enjoying the significance, but after a while, you learn your lesson. But what is it that we need to look beyond that? Yes, you cannot be not attracted to the man. Okay, they need to be good looking, right? In your own way. But tell me what, Catherine love all these extreme sport. Does Calvin look like one of those football players?
No.
Like one of those.
Calvin looks like the professor running to the class, dropping his book, picking them up, calling his wife, got a stain on the shirt, ready to eat sandwich. Darling, what do you want me to pick up? Okay. Gets home and goes, oh, I forgot, I got to go back. He's so beautiful. He's so beautiful. But he is a bookworm and he's amazing. But am I wrong, Catherine? Can I just say, did I sum him up properly there?
You sum him up properly.
He's just gorgeous. Yeah, he's just gorgeous. Like that's he suits you. There's a balance.
Yes.
There's a balance there. Right?
But I still think that I was going to marry a man with 6-pack who could carry me with one hand. But Calvin, on our wedding night, he tried to carry me through the door. He almost killed me. Oh,
well,
how did you let me carry you to the bed? It's like, I said, you sure? And I was like, okay. you can try. And I was like, oh God, this is worse than jumping off the plane, having Calvin to carry me. Because I know them well. But
I was
yeah.
I
Okay.
was 19 and my husband had a 6-pack. Well, had an 8-pack. I had the 6-pack. But anyway, I was skinny enough for him to pick me up. And it was lovely.
Yeah.
And the second one tried to pick me up. I thought I had to give him CPR, but that's okay. You know, that's what love is all about.
Yeah. But like the fun part is, as you say, Anna, Calvin can complete my word when I'm trying. Or when we
That's
think about
absolutely.
how to discipline Alex. I said, I'm thinking this way, honey, correct me if I'm wrong. No, exactly. This is how I would do that too. Okay. So that's the connection that we have, knowing.
Yeah.
So Emily, it's like there's some work need to be done. It's not like long. When we acknowledge it, when we do a cleanse from a different level, that you cut off those soul tie with them.
Yeah, I got something on cutting ties, like a book,
Interesting.
but I just haven't read it.
It's not about a book. It's more about what is it that
Like learning to cut the ties, I mean.
what is it they get hold of you? What is it that link?
Oh, it's the whole like, oh, you're so beautiful, I love you so much. Next minute he's out going filming bitches' asses like, oh my God, this bitch is hot. And I'm here fat and pregnant with my son. You know, that so
I'd have taken a picture of my vagina and posted it to all his friends and said, hey, guys, you think this is hot? Then don't stick it anywhere. All right. That is just ridiculous. You know, I just
like it killed my inner confidence. Like I used to think I was so pretty and I loved myself. And then all of a sudden this was happening. And I'm like, oh, now I'm a fat fucking well. It's not good enough for this cunt. Excuse me. I'm so sorry.
Really?
I'm glad you got that out, darling.
Yeah, it's good.
Yes, say
well
to
done.
Emery, get that out, right?
Yeah.
Who have not experienced what Emery experienced? That
Wow.
1 minute the man said you're the most beautiful, the next minute they turn around and say, oh, hot, cheeky, picky,
Yeah.
Look,
So,
I think it's really healthy that our men look at other women and then come home to
eat
us.
at home. Eat
That's
at
right.
home. Eat at home.
Yeah, eat at home. Because, let's face it, are we not checking out some of the male population when we're in a partnership? Like, that's nice. I could have that for entree and that definitely for dessert. And then you go home to what you've got. So, no, come on, you have to be real. We're all checking out what's available, but none of us are taking it home. And it's never a nice thing for a very super pregnant woman to be seeing her husband perving on somebody else, because you do feel like a great fat whale. All you want to do is end the pregnancy by the best possible means, of course. But you just go like, really, could you just be a little more discreet when I'm so vulnerable? But he's not smart. That man is not smart. Here you are incubating his child and he's looking at something else and posting it. Excuse me, the and posting bit was not necessary. That just proves that you are not the person that I thought you were. The perving of other people happens.
Stuart, can you go away, please?
Is it that?
No, I'm in a meeting.
Sorry, Anne-Marie, we can't hear you. Anne-Marie, can I say something, honey? Can she hear me?
Yeah, of course.
She just
Can
can't
anybody
talk.
hear me? Yeah,
What?
no,
Did
I
you
thought
say something?
everybody was done then. Internet connection is unstable. Okay. All right. So, Anne-Marie, can I say something to you, which is with the heart? All right. If we can build who you are from inside and make you stronger, build your self-esteem to make it it's not impenetrable, but so it doesn't bother you. You see, my biggest thing that I found out was my husband I didn't even know my husband was jealous because I never ever gave him any reason to. But I'm so confident in who I am that it doesn't bother me when he looks at other women. It doesn't bother me when he makes comment. It doesn't bother me at all. It didn't bother me when I was pregnant. I used to laugh and go, I can't service you, get someone else. Right? But that's me. I'm not saying everyone's like that. What I'm saying is building you, getting yourself stronger will help you cope with the things that come along. And you can turn around and go, that's not going to bother you. You know, I like my body the way it is now. I made it this way. Although I'd like it to be at least 10 more kilos lighter. But that's for me, not for men. Okay? It's about me. It's about time that you focused on yourself. You focus on 7 children. You focus on work. You focus on everyone else's emotions. It's time that you focused on yourself. It hurts. Yes, it hurts when our partners have said and done stupid things, but they are stupid things. Okay? So you can't control the way they think. But you can yeah.
Both of them are stupid.
Yeah. But Anne-Marie, seriously, honey, you call me for everything else. We can talk. You can talk to any of these beautiful sisters and they will answer your call. Okay? All right? We're here to help you. We're here to work with you. We're here to live with you. Not literally, but the 7 kids are a problem for me. Like I've already got 2 of my own. That makes 9.
Major problem for me.
But making you strong and confident woman, because you're young, is going to set you on a path where you will choose and you will make choices with an education behind you, rather than watching other people. You'll go, remember what you said about when you went to school and people were saying, you'll never amount to anything. And guess what? You almost got your bloody degree and, you've got your distinction and you got 90%. And this is coming from someone who never finished school.
Oh, yeah, because they said,
Okay.
people would say because I was pregnant at a young age and gave birth that I would never get anywhere in life. And I went, fuck you, I'll prove you wrong.
That's the Anne-Marie we fucking want to see. Okay? All right? Not you were pregnant. Big deal. He did this. Well, he wasn't worthy of you anyway, honey. The man worthy of you will not do shit like that.
Yeah,
right?
I know.
Okay. All right. So it's easy for us you think it's easy for us to sit here and say that we've gone through other shit ourselves. The self-esteem comes from within. You can't fix that on the outside. No one can help you. You have to help yourself. All right. But hey, everyone's got, Denise has probably got some great affirmations and stuff that she could tell you. We've been there, honey. We've lived it.
Yeah. Great job. So yes, Anne-Marie, as I said, we build within. We don't rely on external affirmation. Because yes, it's nice. In my 20s, I love to hear that, but it doesn't last. I would question, oh, really? Am I that beautiful? Am I that successful? Now we know that, well, when those partners are not faithful to us,
yeah,
what lesson could we learn from that? What not? I think it's a bigger lesson for us. What not I want in a partner? See those ones. Anyone agree? In those people who we thought we could trust our life with, especially our partner, our soulmate, and when they have done something like that, wouldn't that be a learning opportunity for us? That's not what I want in a man.
I had a little love affair, lasted about 6 weeks, drained my heart for about 2 years. And he said he had 2 broken marriages, and he said, so why did you stay in those marriages for so long? They were so toxic, they were horrible, the women were just awful, and he had issues around being in a relationship with women afterwards because of these two women and a couple of others afterwards. And he said, oh, because my father raised me to always stay and work everything out. And I said, well, you didn't work anything out with any of those partners, yet you stayed there, and now you won't put the time into this relationship with me, which we could work out. And he's going, yeah, I know, it seems really stupid. So I don't know, men are screwy in the head, you know, like, yeah, I don't know.
That term.
You find someone, yeah.
That term, make your bed and you lie in it. That's what my mum said. I will never, ever forget that. And I have lived my life changing those sheets every time.
Yes. Yeah. And my father said that to me as he walked me down the aisle with my first partner, my first husband. You know, his father-in-law said that to my mother when he walked her down the aisle. You've gone and done and did it now. You know, this is it. There's no turning back. And I'm going like, this was the conversation we should have had when I said we were thinking about getting engaged, you fool, not when you're walking me down the aisle, you know, like, and the same with his friend, you know, like there's a lot of pre-talk before the engagement, let alone the marriage, you know, you don't like, yeah. And I ended up being committed to my marriage a lot longer than I was committed to the person I married. I just turned up and did the marriage thing and went, oh, fuck, it's with you. And, you know, like, it was tough. I mean, I did that for 10 years going, oh, fuck, it's with you. And I even had another child in that moment, conceived without my knowledge. Well, you know, like, yeah.
Like, she was asleep when it happened. That's it. She turned around.
She was. It was not supposed to happen, but yeah.
Now, ladies, let's listen to Linda,
Let's listen to Linda.
Well, I want to use the term carefully, but she has a partner or she has a husband. I want to listen to her thoughts about, we kind of bitching about, you know, different things. But Linda, what are your thoughts?
Well, my first thought is that I've learned a few years ago that we are perfect in our imperfections.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
So none of us are perfect, but we're perfect in our imperfections. Yeah. I think a relationship is ongoing, learning, working at it every day, because, you know, we're all different and opposites attract. Because my husband said sometimes, I wish you were more like me. And I said, well, not really.
I love you, Linda.
Really, it wouldn't work. Because he's an parent. He's a melancholy cleric. So he's the leader. He says what he wants. I can never write a list for him because he has his own list. I can ask him to do something. So, but yeah, it's just working in. I know I've got to continue working on my active listening and continue working on my communication. And then there's times that we know each other what we're thinking about. Well, he'll start talking about something that he's been doing in the shed. He'll say a little bit, and I'm thinking, what's he talking? I know, yeah, I know what he's talking about. And then I find out, yes, I am right about what I know he's talking about. So, yeah, it's just, it'll happen. But yeah, it's just, a the communication, and something that we've got to work at every day because we're individuals joined as one.
Yep.
And continue with, communication. Just keep working at it.
And it's a commitment to the communication that is bigger than the communication as well. You know,
it's a commitment to it. Yeah.
As I said before, like when I realised I was committed to the marriage but not to the person, I kept going, oh, it's you. There's the whole thing is like, you know, there were just some days he couldn't even get hello out, you know, and I just went, where's the person going if you can't even say hello or how are you or how was your day or Is there something I can do for you? He never uttered, is there something I can do for you? Whereas I said that to him all the time. You would have thought he'd pick that up, but no, thick as a brick.
Yeah,
And
sometimes
here
I
I
don't
was,
pick it up.
yeah. I thought he was a very intellectual man when I, got with him when I married him. I don't know, that went out the window when he said, I do, I think.
Mm.
So Linda,
Yeah,
married?
and we've had our problems. We've had our problems, that's for sure. And also, when we hardly ever fight, but when we do fight, we realize, and we learned years and years ago, that you don't say anything. You'll go to the shed. I'll stay in the house. A few hours later, we get back together and we talk it out. So that's better than the Four Horsemen. But we're not perfect, but I keep working at it every day. And I say things to him. I say thank you to him a lot, where he'll say only thank you to me now and then. But she's just gotta keep at it. And we have great times. We work together really well. Because I help him with his he's actually working on his welding table at the moment. He's put on 4 casters on the wheels, on the legs. And he's cleaned it up and all that. So he'll come and ask for help, and I'll go and do it. And we put the fence, we'll go and paint the fence, and do a whole lot of things together. And I really love helping him. He loves my company. But yeah, and just take one day at a time.
Beautiful.
It is beautiful. Can I just add one? Absolutely. The one thing I can add to a really great relationship: never go to bed angry.
Yep.
Never go to bed angry. If you haven't spoken about it, one of you stay out of that bed.
Yeah, though I know we've gone to bed a few times being angry, but most of the times we'll wake up and he'll apologise.
Yeah.
And then I say sorry. I say sorry also.
Oh, aren't you
So we
gorgeous?
both say sorry.
All right, I'm aware of the time, ladies, but this is beautiful share. This is what we all can learn from one another. All right. So yes, the Four Horsemen, the Godman theory are really good. Even though you might not have a partner right now, but for you to learn about and be aware what are the internal work that we need to do to be that perfect soulmate along the way. So I would like you to go into the group to share your biggest takeaway about your soulmate, or your biggest takeaway today about who you are and who you want to be, that perfect soulmate.
My phone.
All right, I better let you guys go. I know I'm aware it's probably dinner time. Kids need to be attention. Husband need to be attention, or you need to feed yourself. All right, so be confident, be you.